Hi everybody, Karen Carter here. I wanted to start helping you make the feng shui connections with heart issues. So I got my glasses on because I got a whole list of stuff here that I wanted to make sure I caught everything so you can have the best chance of having a heart healthy lifestyle using your environment to support you. All right? So the heart body organ is associated with the fire element. If you have any issues, like maybe you've got bright red walls and maybe it's too much, I'm just because I'm not in your particular house, we have to go with sort of the Goldilocks thing. Maybe you have too much, maybe you have too little. So these are all things to consider. So fire element equals animal prints, animal hides, animals like, mammal type animals. I wouldn't throw fish in that category, but animals equal fire element. Of course, reds and very hot colors equals fire element. Obviously, fire, tiki torches, candles, things like that, fireplaces, things like that equal the fire element. So, do you have too much or too little? These are things to consider. Weak heart, maybe too little. Like inflamed, like heart attack on a plate kind of lifestyle, maybe too much. So think about those types of items in your home, see what you've got. Electricity is equal to the fire element. So do you have any shorts, where the circuit breaker keeps popping and snapping and turning off and things like that? So electrical issues are connected with the electricity of our body issues. So think about fixing or repairing any issue that you have from an electrical point of view. Is there a heart of the home that needs to be addressed? It's just like there's no place that feels like the heart of the home. Think about designing and creating a space in your home that feels warm, like the heart is like warm and toasty and gathering space. That could be helpful to you if it feels like a dead, cold space. That fire element is the warmth that you might be looking for. Obviously, clearing the clutter, especially if you've got them in the hallways and where the pedestrian circulation should be flowing, but currently it's clogged up by boxes running down the sides of each aisleway of the hall, or you've got stuff behind the doors where the circulation, people can't even get into the room because it's like pinched off by the actual stuff behind the doors, things like that. So where everything people should be flowing through the space and you're getting hooked up on clutter and you're jumping around and trying to dodge things, that is like blockages in the home body from a feng shui perspective, which can lead to that mimicking in your body. Sewers, plumbing, air conditioning ducts, all these types of circuitry, mechanical features of a home can play a factor. So make sure they are in their utmost high repaired, quality. If you have a bedroom at the end of a long hallway, sometimes it's like too much energy going into there, could lead to like heart attacks, heart things. You might want to put a couple crystals down the hallway to disseminate that, or move to another bedroom if you are definitely in line at the end of a long hallway and I can see your bed right in line with it. Let's see here. If the kitchen is the first room that you see in the house, that's where the stove is, a lot of fire going on there. That can lead to sort of heart issues. So try to create something so eye candy juicy somewhere else to lead the eye away from the kitchen, and also place it, maybe something that's shielding or covering or distracting from the kitchen. Let's see here. If the stove is immediately visible from the front door or the bedroom, that's kind of all those types of things. You don't want that stove to be so close to you when you're sleeping, as well as so close to you as soon as you walk in. If you have 3 doors in a row, you go through one door straight ahead, another door straight ahead, another door. That's called piercing heart. If you're building, try to avoid that. If you have that in your home, maybe you can take one or so of the doors out, or I'd hang a 50 millimeter crystal maybe between the doors. Excuse me. Adjustments that you can make. Wood element fuels the fire. Ooh, I should do something for coughing. Wood element fuels the fire. So if you need your fire supported and you don't want to go all out on all this red stuff and animal print and all these kinds of things, remember that wood supports the fire element. So it might be a calmer way to go to sort of give it that mid-level fire element potential without going overboard. So all the greens, paper, textiles, wood items, rectangular columnar shapes, all are indicative of the wood element. So they could be supportive to the fire element if you have that weakness in your house. An overall health cure would be to hang a 50 millimeter round multifaceted leaded glass crystal from the center of your bedroom to support your health. Any factor, but the heart health could be as well. So I hope some of those quick little tips were ideas for you to sort of look through your house. Oh, I wanted to say one more thing. If you have heart issues in the family, definitely look at the family gua, because that would be where you would take the from what was going on in the past, and you want to nip that in the bud before it goes on into the future. So we want to make sure that we add that wood element to the family gua to support it, so it's not weak and therefore not supporting the wood element supporting our fire, because the family gua is governed by the wood element. So all those things I just talked about from the wood element. The fame and reputation area is the fire element gua. So you might want to look there to see if you have something off, out of whack. Maybe you have too much water there. Glass, crystal, mirrors, actual water itself in the center back of the home can be weakening that fire element, which could be a heart issue as well. And then also I might say looking at the relationship gua, which is all the way back on the right hand side of your home, because that governs sort of the torso abdomen area. But mostly fame and reputation, if it's in the genes, family gua, and then relationship area. So those are some quick feng shui tips from I just kept writing and writing and writing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a whole long list here. I can't do it all from memory. So those are some feng shui tips for the fire element, heart health, heart issues. One other tip, if you happen to have to go to the hospital for anything heart related or anything health related, you might want to take a copy of the Flower of Life with you. Just Google Flower of Life, hit images. It's like a whole bunch of circles. Print one of those out, take it with you, put it under your bed, put it under your hospital bed, put it under your bed where you're having your test done or something like that. You might sleep with it under your bed, and under the heart area of the bed, because I find that to be a very health fulfilling geometric pattern, sacred geometry pattern. There you go, heart health tips, and hope they're helpful.